And we're back with another market update video. My name is Colin with Burkholder Homes. And today I'm going to talk about the usual stuff, home prices, housing inventory. Then I'm going to talk about kind of what's been happening with mortgage rates and inflation, what's happening with that battle. And I'm going to talk about all of those things on a local level. But first I want to address maybe what you've been hearing about the market on a national level. I heard the housing market's doing terrible. What? I heard it's doing great. No. Do you watch the news? Have you read an article online lately? Yes, I'm very well read, thank you. Plus my neighbor's house just sold in multiple offers. I know home prices are declining. Well, I think they're increasing. I don't know what's going on. Okay, shut up please. I have a graphic that's gonna help all of us. Okay, take a look at this graph that I just whipped up in my spare time for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. It's from the Wall Street Journal. As you can see, something very interesting is happening. The West Coast is really struggling with home prices. Prices are falling in the West. East is increasing. Over the past couple of years, you've probably been hearing about San Diego or Phoenix home prices, or even Austin. Look at this chart. Austin is one of the only ones in the middle of the country whose housing prices are actually declining. And that's because their home appreciation over the past couple of years was so high that they're being more negatively affected by higher interest rates. Little old Minneapolis up here is just chugging along at 0 to 3.4% of price appreciation. So this chart's really interesting, and at the end of the day, what it illustrates is that real estate is different in different markets. And in some places, yeah, home prices are falling, and in other places, home prices are soaring. Orlando, Miami, 12% home price appreciation. That's crazy right now. So no matter what you're seeing on the news or online, if you live in the Twin Cities, what you need is Twin Cities data. And that is why you subscribe to this newsletter. So what's happening in the Twin Cities market? Why are we in this 0 to 3.4 price appreciation range? There is somewhat of a logical explanation for this, and it's that rising mortgage rates don't just affect buyers or demand, it affects sellers too, because a lot of sellers have to buy a house. This headline to this article says it all. I can't afford to sell because I don't want to lose that rate. In fact, in some cases, people are becoming accidental landlords because they want to buy a new house, but they don't want to sell their old house, so they just start renting it out. So people not wanting to sell their homes because of their low interest rates is really hampering our housing inventory. The other thing is that in the Twin Cities, permits for new single-family homes fell by 50% in February. Building here in the Twin Cities market is pretty slow. Now that's with single family homes. Multifamily construction in the Twin Cities picked up the slack. Hold on a second. Pickled up the slack with permits pulled for 939 units. So that's about 80% of all home building activity. But as far as single family units, not looking so good. So with home building being slow and people not really wanting to list their homes, or not enough people wanting to list their homes, our inventory or amount of homes for sale is still relatively low. Last year we had 5,181 homes for sale. This year we have 5,743. So we got our February median home price appreciation back, and it came in at 0.6%. That's lower than I thought it was going to be, but it still makes sense because January and February median home price numbers are typically pretty low in comparison to the rest of the year. Now, if this number doesn't increase in March and April, I will be shocked. I still think we're going to be in that 3 or 4% range in the next few months. And part of the reason is because mortgage rates have been getting slightly better. You remember last month I told you that they got much worse. They were around actually over 7%. But in March, you probably saw this, we had several bank collapses. And what that did is showed investors that the Federal Reserve rate hikes are starting to crack our economy. And what a lot of investors thought is that the Federal Reserve would maybe pause their rate hikes. And what happened is mortgage rates actually got better. They went down to about 6.5%. And that's where they've been probably for the last 3 weeks or so. Part of the reason they didn't shoot back up is because inflation numbers also came in kind of where we expected them to. However, the Federal Reserve still raised their rate 1/4 point. The last thing I'll leave you with is just an anecdote. Madeline and I just listed a home in St. Anthony. We listed it as coming soon on Tuesday, and it's coming live on the market tomorrow, and it already has 9 showings. It's listed at $360, 3 bed, 2 bath, 2 stall garage, and it already has 9 showings, and it's probably gonna have more over the next couple of days. Point being, houses that are in good condition and listed at a good price, there's still a really huge demand for even right now in March. And not only this, but we're seeing and hearing of multiple offers everywhere in the Twin Cities. So I think the housing prices are gonna continue to be supported here. Can't speak for the West Coast, but I know that in the Twin Cities, it's looking like a strong spring market. All right, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Open house this Sunday, noon to 2. We're doing an open house at our new listing, 400 Shamrock Drive. Okay, until next time. Bye, everyone.